Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to this week's NewsNow podcast. We've done lots. I don't remember what number it is. I used to say what number it was at the start of every one, but we're probably up around 20 or 25 anymore. But anyway, we're moving on to something very new, a one-time thing, kind of interesting. Well, definitely interesting. But my guest for this week's chat is Shauna Daley, and Shauna, why don't you just give a bit of background of what you're doing and why we're going to talk?
Oh, okay. So I'm Shauna Daley, and I own and operate a couple of businesses in the downtown core, White Rhino Gifts and Art Center, and we decided to work together on this initiative to bring together art and hockey.
Yeah. So it ties in with hometown hockey, which we've been covering in the paper quite a bit since the announcement was made a couple weeks ago. And you got in touch about an idea with a contact that you have who's going to be doing some art installations, and we're going to be locating them around the DIA area, the downtown area. 5. Maybe you could just explain who Matt McKinnon is, the artist, and what we're working on there.
Okay, yeah, sure. So Matt is a working professional artist and a lot of other things originally from Dundas. And his theme recently in his practice has been hockey and hockey players. So he has a real affinity for the game and is a real hockey history buff. And so I guess that passion sort of started to translate into his art making. And so he's been doing iconic hockey players over time in various media and printing them. And so for this initiative, I spoke to him and said if he wanted to give us a few of his images and blow them up into large scale, so that we could put them around town and people could interact with them, so they became a public
interact art. Meaning we're going to make them selfie stops, right?
Yeah.
So they're cutouts, so people can use the framework of Matt's art with their smiling face transposed.
Yeah.
So now you mentioned the locations are one of them is going to be the Peach King Center, and that particular piece of art is going to be
that particular piece of art is a hockey player who is wearing a vintage Peach Kings jersey.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's doing any of the old Montreal Maroon jerseys, like a Howie Morenz sketch or something of that nature.
Yep.
Well, as a Montreal fan, as you can tell by the clock, maybe you could make that request if he hasn't got them all completed. But those, for example, I know they're in the works right now, and I know you're speaking to the printer who's going to be dealing with the fabrication and all that.
Yes.
And we're kind of hoping to get these start to be installed over this coming weekend, early next week kind of thing.
Yes, that's correct.
And the idea is everything we're talking about today is kind of a 2-week program that we've put together in a matter of days. And normally it would take about 2 months, but we've had a lot of support. There's great interest, terrific interest. And it's leading up to the Hometown Hockey Weekend, which is the 27th, 28th, 29th of November. So that aspect, those selfie stops will be around town. And the locations were at the Carnegie Building.
Yes, the Carnegie Building. Yep.
Peach King, which is Adelaide in Ontario at the Library Art Gallery. Station 1 Coffee House out in front of their patio area, just off Main East.
Teddy's, behind Teddy's.
Teddy's, the rear patio at Teddy's. And the Parquet.
The community. Yep.
Next to Harmony Jewelers. So there's 5, and they'll all be different, and you could have some fun and shoot your own little collection of hockey selfies. Exactly. So that's just one fun thing.
Yeah.
Now we're also working on some draws and some give away some prizes and tie in hockey in a couple of different ways. Let's talk about the hockey story theme. Okay.
Yeah.
So why don't you just explain, we've got the puck passport
Yes.
that we're calling it, And we'll be circulating those hopefully tomorrow afternoon, Thursday afternoon. And in the passport is...
So in the passport, there's a couple of initiatives to win prizes. And one of them being the hockey story component, where participants are encouraged to write their own hockey story. So a fond memory or, something that reminds them of hockey, or just something that's personal to them and their relationship to hockey.
Yep.
Yeah.
When we first talked about it, I mentioned about, like, one of the things I remember most about my playing days, other than getting drilled by slap shots as a goalie, was as a peewee hockey player, and we did an exchange every year with Clinton, New York. They would come to my hometown of Clinton and vice versa. So getting to go there, like, because you're at 2 years of every level, you'd always be assured you got to do an away trip, which was pretty exciting.
Yeah.
And we got to play at a university ice rink, I think Syracuse, outside Syracuse, if I remember right. But anyway, just it could be any anecdote. Going to a junior A game with your grandpa or whatever the case is. Any hockey-related story.
Yes.
And we're doing a draw,
Yep.
sponsored by the DIA. And what is the draw prize?
So the hockey story is the big prize from who's giving us that prize again? I should know that.
That's the DIA.
The DIA is
But who is
it? Oh,
it?
yeah, that's right. Oh, sorry. It's the DIA is giving out 4 NHL hockey tickets.
Leafs and Blackhawks.
Leafs and Blackhawks, yes.
That's it.
For a December game.
Yep, it's a Saturday too. I always try to get Saturdays for the prize to allow for travel time.
Okay, yeah.
Sometimes it can be, well, you never know who's working from home anymore, but it used to be
That's right.
it could be hard to get home and get back to Toronto for a game. So, yeah, it's a Saturday night game, Leafs Blackhawks. So now the key thing with that though is it's not a contest.
No.
It's just, and there's no purchase necessary of any kind. We're just looking for anecdotes, hockey related. All the entries go into a free draw, and we're just going to draw a winner, and that's it.
Yeah, and hopefully we'll get someone really important to draw it. We'll see.
Yeah, well, we're going to unsolicited. We're going to go through them when they come in and choose some that are succinct and maybe particularly poignant, and submit them to the Rogers people when they come for the live broadcast. And like, they didn't ask us to do it, but they might like to read a couple of little anecdotes in their broadcast on the Monday night. No promise. There's, like I said, unsolicited, but at the very least we're going to run some in the paper.
Yes.
And it's just pure fun.
Yeah,
no cost. Might cost you some ink out of a pen, and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So our third piece of the puzzle.
Yep.
Why don't you outline what we're doing there?
Okay, so also on the Puck Passport is a Collect 5 Pucks initiative. So
Maybe you could show the sheet there. I know it's not. Show the other one with the
this
net.
one? Okay, yeah.
So people will know.
So
This was a rough draft of the actual brochure, the Puck Passport. Yeah, and these are the locations where the stickers go.
Yes, and these are the stickers here.
And those are the sheets of stickers that merchants will have. Yeah.
And so the idea is for participants to take their passport, and over the next 2 weeks leading up to Hometown Hockey event is to gather 5 stickers from anywhere in the DIA who
Anybody
has
participating,
and put them on their passport, and then the passport also with their contact information. And then we will also be doing a draw for lots of different
several prizes.
Yes.
Really as many as come in.
Yeah.
So, the DIA is going to do a couple of $100 gift certificates for whoever wins. It could be the store of their choice in the downtown or restaurant if you want to go out for dinner one night. Simon and the crew at the Peach Kings have donated 2 pairs of Peach King season tickets, which is great. So that'd be a really nice prize for a local hockey fan.
Yeah.
And I know that there's some other gift certificates. I've gotten emails just today as information is starting to go out. Updates if you want to know how people can find out about the updates.
Yeah, all the updates for the prize lists that keep coming in will be updated on the DIA, the Friendly by Nature Facebook page. That's also where people can scan this QR code and find participating businesses that will have stickers for them to put on their passports.
So the businesses will both have the actual passports. Mm-hmm. So someone could stop in here, pick up a passport, and get a sticker, and then head off, and then later in the week, maybe they're picking up a gift at your shop, and and say you're a participant, get a sticker. Yep. So it's going to be a work in progress. It's a 2-week window.
Yes.
And it's really, there's been a lot of interest. Yeah. It's been great.
Yeah.
And we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, and so they need 5 to be put into the draw. Yeah.
Yeah. So you got a 2-week window to get 5 on.
Yes. Yeah.
And then the cutoff, what was the...
I think
it was the Sunday. I don't remember where it says on there.
The 28th. That's the 28th. So that we can do the draw on the 29th.
So we can do the draw, and then we have the information for the next day if
all the prizes,
should
right?
it be relevant. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it all, like I say, it all ties in with hometown, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's fun. It's exciting. Okay.
Yep. So,
did you want me to talk about the signed stick?
Yes. You could explain exactly what that is.
Okay. So we at Art and U, the Art Center, have a autographed NHL alumni stick that we're auctioning off. That has Hall of Famers on it, such as Dickie Duff.
Yeah, and it's not a team. It's
no.
Like it was probably from an alumni game of some sort. So it's got a wide variety of players on there. Yeah. And honestly, we can't figure out who some of them are.
It'd be fun for somebody to try.
There was a couple that I recognized there. And it might be great when the Montreal Canadiens alumni and that are here on the Saturday, maybe get some added.
Ooh.
We don't know who's going to be here yet. I know I was talking to Simon about getting updates on as they get confirmations.
Okay.
But I'm sure there'd be a few people that would be adding to the value of the stick. But I know you mentioned the stick was valued at $700 to start with. So
$700, and then all the proceeds that come from that silent auction, we're donating back to 100% of the proceeds are being donated back to the West Niagara Minor Hockey Program in the form of scholarships for kids to do.
Yep, kids who need some help. Yep.
Yeah.
So just explain again how someone can bid. Like they come to both shops or just Art and U?
Just Art and U. We have the stick in a sort of display in the front when you first walk in, and there'll be like a silent auction list there. You can put your bid, and you can leave your contact information, and then...
So does someone need to come in, or if they're watching this and they're at home and say, I'd like to bid $100, like... Can you take a bid over the phone and take contact information, or something that is
accessible,
a viable bid, as opposed to someone calling it and putting in a bid that maybe they don't intend on following through on, or something.
Right? Yeah, I'll have to think about that. But I would think that I would like to offer that as an option because people maybe can't get out. Right?
Can't get out. Some people are still a bit careful. For different reasons.
Yeah.
So. But, why don't you give a phone number or something somebody could call for more information?
Yes, okay, so you can call the Art Center at 905-818-1423. Or send us an email at artandyou1, the number 1, at gmail.com.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
And, that's what we're doing.
So, the immediate future is getting the puck passports and the puck stickers out tomorrow, and then followed closely by the selfie stops.
Yes.
And
then people can start thinking about their stories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So people can pick up those brochures, and as I say, we'll be putting the updated list on Friendly by Nature Facebook. And by the time next week rolls around for the paper, we'll have an updated list in the paper as well.
Yeah, great.
But that'll be a point in time. There could certainly be, another dozen of people that sort of get involved as the week goes on. Mm-hmm. And that's the thing about it. It's a developing thing. And I think the uptake will be significant. It'll be due to initial interest. And it's going to be a busy 2 weeks and lots of fun. Looking forward to the event itself. It's going to be pretty unique.
I think so too, and it's a great initiative to get community involved. Maybe they weren't sure about the event, and
like from the downtown, from the DIA's point of view, it's nothing but goodwill. Like it's just plain old fun. People are going to be out and about doing different things, and if you can give away some prizes and some hospitality, then why not?
Why not?
That's it.
Super.
Yeah. Great. All right. Well, thanks for coming down, Shauna. And did you give out a phone number?
I did. Yeah.
One more time.
Do it again? Okay. Yeah. So it's 905-818-1423.
And by all means, you can call the office here, 289-235-9500. And any questions, and we'll get things straightened away.
Yeah. Great. Thanks, Mike.
All right. Thanks for coming in.
Yeah. No problem.
All right. Bye-bye. Thanks, everybody.